Do you hear the Persians?
'Tis Xerxes' army.
Speak, Herodotus. Tell us of this bloodthirsty battle.
The Persians are camped here before us, on the Areopagus. Their arrows are full of burning tow, which they hurl over the barricades built by the Athenians who refused to leave the city. The besieged are defending themselves so heroically and with such steadfastness that Xerxes has become anxious.
Do you see that breach in the rock?
Yes, we do.
You must scale the wall there. No sentinel appears to be guarding this side. Go!
They climb the wall with success. And when the besieged suddenly see these men appear over the ramparts of the sacred rock, they disperse in terror, some throwing themselves over the summit of the hill, preferring death to defeat, others sinking to prayer within the massive temple walls. But soon the Persians reach the temple. They tear open its portals, and when they have exterminated all the Greeks, they ransack the sanctuary and set fire to the Acropolis. From far over the sea, Themistocles' companions watch with woeful eyes the raging blaze devour the city.
Listen! The Athenians' vessels!
Helene ships preparing for combat!
There, before Salamis!
The white heralds of dawn have enkindled the world with diamond rays. Valiant sons of Greece, go forth and deliver thy kindred, thy ancestors' tombs, and the sacred temples your fathers did build. But one more combat to end this ravenous war.
What news, messenger?
The two fleets met, eager to destroy the other.
Speak on. What then?
The countless ships clanged their brazen prows against each other, breaking many a rank of oars. Now the sea is sinking away beneath the load of deadly wrecks and mute, cold corpses.
Are we victorious?
The Themistocles' vessels have put to rout our own. We are torn to shreds like tunny caught in nets and crushed to pulp by beating oars.
Let us flee.
Abandon the city!
Alas, our day has sunk to darkness. What will become of us?
Quick! To our ships!
The people of Asia shall bow no more before this cruel Persian law. The ruthless king doth sob his ebbing power. The rule of force hath come to dust. This land with bloodshed stained, this isle of Ajax which waves do whip, hath smothered, crushed, and crumbled the golden day of Persia's might.
Our fathers are worthy of praise, but it is to us, the living, who have now reached maturity, that the Republic owes its self-sufficiency in all things, in peace as in war. What manner of life has led us to this power? The Constitution which governs us has been given the name of democracy. Her purpose is the service of the greatest number. We are all equal before the law. Only personal merit opens the way to honor. In our public life, we are free, and in no way do we spy upon the particular behavior of our citizens. We have given to the mind countless refreshment. The greatness of our city draws to her treasures from the whole world, and it may be said that Athens is the school of Greece.
I do not agree with you, Pericles. You have covered Athens with costly stones. Like a harlot, you have painted her.
I wished that the workmen of this land should not lack the advantages given to the soldiers and the seamen. I wished to guard them from laziness and idleness. That is why, with the sole purpose of serving the people, I ordered these great works. Athenians, ye must remember your long efforts.
'Tis true. Here be no idle hands for play, nor any empty heads for dreams.
Would that the people of Lacedaemon see us work.
Fret not. You know too well that jealous eyes take little rest.
A great shame indeed that Pericles' wish never came true. He wanted all the Hellenes to assemble and raise again their sanctuaries. Great was the idea.
And righteous too. For 20 years we sacrificed all to war, whilst Aegina and Olympia built their temples.
Friends, fate has chosen so. Better act than prattle. If all will not work for one, then the one will work for all. And the whole of Greece will flock to this spot and be enthralled.
I once drove those loaded chariots pulled by oxen, which haul from the Pentelicon gigantic marble blocks.
Coarse, sharp-edged, shapeless, glittering in the sun like diamonds.
They yield to the will that shapes them, the hand that polishes them and stands them majestically erect. Proud columns reaching for the sky, noble portals, flawless walls, masterpieces as undivided as a flower.
Vessels pour into our ports the riches of the world. Ivory, ebony,
Gold and bronze.
Hammers strike, crack, split.
Mold, load, lug, and build. Strike, thwack, knock, and build. Haul, draw, forge, tow, and build, and build, and build.
Far over the seas, amidst the golden islands and along the distant Ionian shores, of what speak they, if not of Athens' glory, and the beauteous crown of sparkling stone we have rested on her forehead?
You directed all, Phidias. You curved the strict, straight line.
How shall the goddess rule in her temple? Will she bestow the sweetness of the Lemnian virgin who purifies the mind of those who set eyes on her?
Or shall she rule like Athena Promachos, whose lance shines far over the seas?
Of gold and ivory she shall be, a helmet on her head, and ever offering victory. From the deep dusk of the sanctuary, our goddess shall radiate pure majesty and the power of gods.
And the temple and the sculptures?
On the Hymettus Isle, where daylight wakens, the stone will tell of the Olympian virgin's birth, and of the glorious day Zeus has given man between the sun's chariot rising from the waves and the falling of Silene's mantle of oblivion.
Pray, Phidias, speak on.
This isle, facing the waning sun, shall celebrate the divine pact between Athena and Poseidon, between the sea and the olive tree.
Thus magnificent monuments rose, superb in their greatness, incomparable in their beauty and grace. Artists competed for perfection. From the very first, the temples stood graciously arrayed with the majesty of time. It seems that a flower of youth throbs within them that time cannot quell, and which preserves them against all blemish, as if there flowed through their stone the immortal breath of a soul rebellious to age.
For eons to come, I shall be Athena Polias, the Athena who overcame the Erinyes, the ever-living forces of darkness. I shall stand for order, law, and clarity. For centuries to come, I shall be a manner of thought, of love, of reason which shall guard against pride and fanaticism. Lifting their eyes towards me, philosophers will discover the depths of thought. Architects will dream the majesty of their palaces. Come to me, all ye truth seekers. Come to this consecrated rock, where great courage and virtue and infinite beauty have mingled to give birth to the consciousness of man.